Welcome back to Medrash Umaisa, sharing a story for this week's Parsha, which in Eretz Yisrael is Korach, in Chutz La'aretz Shlach, but again, the Divrei Torah apply to us all at all times. The Talmud Rebbe shared with us a story that he heard from the Pnei Menachem, the previous Ger Rebbe, was his Rebbe, and it's a very important story, so I would like to share it here. The Sfas Emes who was the Pnei Menachem's grandfather, had very many chassidim in Europe. He was Rebbe for decades. And there was a ger chassid who was wealthy, was important, and was very close to Sfas Emes. After the Sfas Emes passed away, so the mantle of leadership passed on to his son, the Imrei Emes. This chassid was not so enthusiastic about going to the Imrei Emes. He was much younger, different than the previous Rebbe, than the Sfas Emes. There came a time where he had an important business decision to make about a certain investment, and his family really pushed him to go to the Rebbe to get Eitzah, get bracha. So he did. He went to the Imrei Emes and he discussed it with him, and the Imrei Emes gave his Eitzah and gave bracha, and the investment crashed, and he lost everything he invested in that. He decided he was done with the Imrei Emes. He tried once, it was no good. A while later, he was traveling to one of these spa towns where people would go to try to take the mineral waters to improve their health. And the Imrei Emes happened to be there as well. And they met walking down a street where there was nowhere to turn. And the Imrei Emes addressed this chassid. He said to him, what was Korach's mistake? What mistake did Korach make? What could lead him to rebel against Moshe Rabbeinu in that way? He said, because Korach saw that Moshe Rabbeinu sent the Meraglim to Eretz Yisrael, and that ended up in a disaster. The repercussions were huge. And he said, a leader can't make mistakes. If he made a mistake, he's not a proper leader. Someone else has to take over. He said that was the mistake of Korach. He had to understand that a Rebbe can also make a mistake. A Rebbe can also make a mistake. Those words entered deep into that chassid's heart and transformed his whole relationship with the Imrei Emes, and he became a very devoted chassid to the Imrei Emes for the rest of his life. There's a lot to think about in that story, and it's important for us to know as we navigate our lives and have our connection to the tzaddikim, to the leaders who we go to for eitzah and guidance as we try to navigate the different challenges of life. Wishing everyone hatzlacha in aseh Rav, in finding a Rav, and in all of their avodas Hashem, and wishing you a wonderful Shabbos.